Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Basement Bros Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Ethan.
I'm your host, Elijah.
And we are back after a 2-week hiatus to talk about some incredible, just world-changing news in NFL with Russ going to the Broncos for some picks. Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris. It's an interesting trade for the Broncos because now they're officially, I would say, third best team in the AFC. Potential Super Bowl contender. So, what do y'all think about this trade?
Teams ahead of them?
The Bills and the
Chiefs.
Yeah, that's it.
And they third.
You think they third? You think
we don't.
third?
We don't. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know what they see. We don't know. We're gonna see.
I think they won what? They won 7 games last year.
Yeah,
won 7 games.
Some.
Probably
they were pretty competitive last year.
Yeah, they were good. They're not good, but they were competitive.
They had their weeks. Like one week they shut out the Cowboys, and next week they got shut out. Like they were up and down.
Right. I mean, I think they'll be better. They have a squad though.
They have a squad. I mean, yeah, they have a squad. They have an offensive coach. I mean, they have weapons. They have a really good defense, and they got Russ with 3 good receivers. I mean, I don't know their tight end, but that doesn't really matter. You got 2 running backs in a decent O-line. I mean, they're in position to really be a great team and maybe represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. So,
yeah, I mean, they only lost. I mean, the Raiders won 10 games. The Chargers won 9 games. The Broncos won 7 games. And the Broncos won 7 games without a quarterback.
Yeah, but you said third best team in the AFC. Are they third? They might be third best in the division.
Even really?
Nah, I think
really.
I think
you still have Justin Herbert's Chargers.
Their defense is garbage.
They got the offseason to rectify that.
They didn't make the playoffs last year.
The defense is garbage, bro.
Okay.
I'm saying.
They're still a very good team.
I think it's the Chiefs. I think it's the Chiefs 1, and then the second team is a wash. It's between all 3 of those teams. Any of those teams could be the second best team in the
AFC West?
I think in the AFC West. Yeah, I think it's the Chiefs.
So that kind of makes my point. I mean, it's not clear.
You said third. You said third
because they might be third. Because the Chargers. Yeah. Justin Herbert has another year of growth. We've seen what he did in his second year. This is his third year. Like he could take a big leap like Josh Allen did. You never know.
He could not take a leap.
Or he could not.
That's
but
true.
we know what Russ is, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Russ is about to do, though.
You know, I don't know, but like with Pete Carroll, he was a run first guy. He didn't really put the ball in Russ's hands to let him cook that often. With this offensive coach from the OC from the Packers, they're going to put the ball in Russ's hands with 3 very good receivers, and they can have just as explosive offense as the Chargers, and we already know their defense is better.
They have sure-handed receivers. I think Judy is more sure-handed than DK. I don't know if he's more sure-handed than Lockett, but he's more sure-handed than DK.
And one of those receivers are going to turn into a star receiver with Russ as their quarterback.
And they got a back. Like, I don't know. They have a squad,
Javonte Williams,
bro.
nice. Yeah, but all I'm saying is let's just not get carried away. Yes, we've seen the star quarterbacks go from the team and then go to the contender who was 1 quarterback away, and then he leads them to the Super Bowl. It happened with Brady. It happened with Matt Stafford.
Yes, it happened 2 times in a row. Then it might not happen this third.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's why they did it. It's like, oh, you see what everybody else is doing? Let's do that too. And I just don't know because the Chargers have some of the stuff that y'all was naming too. Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are good receivers.
But it's that defense, though. The defense is the difference, though.
You're right. But I'm not familiar with the Broncos defense. I know their secondary is good, and they got Bradley Chubb, but I don't know about their front 7. Because they just traded.
They can still make moves. They can still make moves against the Rodgers.
But all you need to know is that they won 7 games in the AFC. They won 7 games this year. They're only 2 games back from having the same record as the Chargers. They had no quarterback.
Okay, but
that's all you need to know.
The thing that changed, right? It's a lot of new stuff. You got a new coach, new quarterback. It's going to be a new offense. What if Russ don't even like the offense? Tom Brady struggled in his first year working under Bruce Arians. You remember that?
Until he only won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he won the Super Bowl
because he had to switch up the offense. He said, "Hey, look, Bruce, this is not working." But Tom Brady is Tom Brady. He could do that. Russ is Russ. I don't know.
Russ is Russ.
Maybe
Russ is Russ. Yeah.
Look.
I think
Russ can play a similar game to how Aaron Rodgers played.
I think Ethan skipped a few teams saying that they third. You still gotta consider the Ravens. The Ravens had an injured team, depleted team. The Ravens healthy is a problem, and they were winning games depleted. They're a problem.
That's fair.
But I still don't think it's crazy to say they're projected to be like a top 5 team in the AFC easily. They had I don't think that's crazy at all.
I'm just going in there thinking that this offense is going to be tailored towards Russell Wilson. We know how he's going to cook with those weapons that he has. He had probably the best collection of talent he's had around him since in his whole career in terms of talent. Yeah. And then the defense is very top 3. The defense has top 3.
I mean, their O-line, Teddy Bridgewater's getting eaten alive. He was getting crushed. So I think he's still gonna have O-line problems. But he's had O-line problems for the past. I think he used to having a bad O-line. Right. I think now he just got more targets to get the ball out quick, and they have a running game. The problem with the Seahawks is all their backs kept getting injured. Every season their backs will get injured. There'll be 3 backs in. All of them are injured every season. But I don't know. I'm excited. I think this is gonna be this is big. I'm very interested to see this division. Like just like that, he went from what was the toughest division in football, and he made the AFC West the toughest division in football.
This is probably the greatest collection of quarterbacks in the division ever.
Yeah, for sure.
The conference,
I mean, I think that's yeah.
Conference is crazy. Yo, the AFC is like, bruh, it's like the Western Conference in 2009.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's heavyweights, all heavyweights, all heavyweights. I mean, it's crazy because now the NFC is a joke. I mean, I think, a joke. I think we're gonna talk about the NFC next, but like, I think like it makes. Well, let's just go on to the next topic and we'll talk about it. But like, it's just funny. The NFC is going to be so open.
Right. All right. We're going to move on to Aaron Rodgers. He's elected to stay in Green Bay. He's
my man.
He's now.
That's your man now?
Well, they say. Well, Aaron Rodgers saying the terms of his contract is not true, but according to Rappaport, he's now the highest paid player in the NFL. 4-year, $200 million contract, $50 million a year. So, what did you guys? Do you think it's a good decision for him to stay in Green Bay?
Yeah.
Or should he have left?
Ain't nowhere to go. Because only teams that are looking for quarterbacks. He would have went to the Broncos. He does need to go to the AFC. He can't win in the NFC.
No, that's not.
So
that's the thing. I think like I was just saying, I think Russ moving, now there's only like 2 teams, and the only good teams or teams that have a quarterback or elite quarterback that you can see winning a championship in the NFC would be the Packers and the Rams. Those are the only teams in the NFC. So it's like, I get why he did it, but he was running from the grind. I think he would have had a better team.
Right.
I think he would have had a team. I know you hate that.
How was that run from the grind?
He running from the grind, bro. Listen,
I hate you.
I think that he went to a division. I mean, if he lose, he's not playing any comparable quarterback talent anymore. Like I think Aaron Rodgers should have went to like the Steelers. He would have went to a tough team, and I think they would have had a defense. They would have had a coach. They had a culture. Like I think he could have went there, and if he really who we thought he is, like we think he is, who I think he is.
I was about to say, because you already know what I think he is.
He loses.
Right. If he's really who I think he is, he could have went to the Steelers. And that's your problem. He could have balled out, but that's what I'm saying. And
he lost to Jimmy Garoppolo. It don't matter who the other quarterback is. He gonna lose.
Yeah, but he lost to Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, I don't like how people just throw out the inclement weather. I don't know how many quarterbacks could have put up a lot. Like I was watching a few shows and everybody was like, yeah, he only put up 7 points. How many points they scored? It was a blizzard outside. It was a blizzard outside. Like I don't think I don't know how many quarterbacks would have put up a lot of points in that game.
Brady would.
Probably Big Ben, maybe Brady. Like, I mean, I don't know, but like, I don't know. I just think that Aaron Rodgers, he should have went to another team, and I think it's kind of weird that he wanted to be the most paid. He's pressed to be the most paid person because, like, I just don't think he cares about winning. He don't care. I don't think he cares about winning. I think that's what that showed me. I don't think he cares if they win or not.
I mean, I don't think that's true. Two things could be true. Mahomes is the highest paid player before he won the championship, and he still wants to contend. It's good
he has
to
a
win.
Team-friendly deal.
He took a long term. He made the money stretch to the point. He made the money stretch where by the time he starts to make a crazy amount of money, the teams are going to be making so much more that it won't hurt his team down the line.
Right.
But he took a very team-friendly.
Aaron Rodgers doesn't have that type of time. First off, and second off, his deal reduces his cap this year, and then you can also always restructure his cap every year. The salary cap is a myth. So, I mean,
I don't know. I just think his priorities. I think his bro. I think out of all the players in the NFL, he has the most commercials. I see him on more commercials than anybody else. I mean, I guess.
Have you seen Baker?
He has more commercials than Baker.
Yeah, I see him. I see A-Rod.
I see Aaron Rodgers more than Baker. Aaron Rodgers on every State Farm commercial.
And he's been doing those commercials longer than Baker.
That's facts. He's raking in money. He was doing I don't know. I feel like he should have went somewhere else. He didn't even have to go to. I mean, maybe Green Bay wouldn't have let him go to an NFC team. They probably wouldn't have let him go to an NFC team. But I mean,
right.
49ers needed a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, they getting Tom Brady. Don't worry about it.
They're not getting Tom Brady.
Come on, bro. Giselle gonna leave, bro.
Bruce Arians already said he's not letting him out his contract.
Oh, facts.
He's
not even. Yeah, he said he's
not playing.
I mean, that's bad business. He said it.
He literally said that. That's bad business.
Oh, that's what he said. It is just terrible business. So I mean, yeah, no, especially in the NFC, no, I'm not letting him out that contract either. But yeah,
okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Aaron Rodgers staying in Green Bay. I think the contract was bad though. I mean, if you're gonna sit down and restructure it every year, you could have just taken the team friendly deal.
But that's what that means though. Restructuring, he's still gonna get his 200 M's. It's just gonna make it more team friendly. Like this year, his cap hit was supposed to be 40-something million, but in restructuring his deal, his cap goes down. They'll probably have money to sign Devontae Adams and other free agents. The deal is fine. I mean, he's 2-time MVP. What you want him to get paid? Who's comparable to him? I mean, like, I hate him, but he has accolades to be the highest paid player. What?
I mean, he has accolades to be the highest paid player.
Brady is the only one who's ever, at his level, is the only quarterback to ever take team-friendly deals.
But Brady has 7 championships.
Need to go.
Because that's what he only cared about. He cared about championships. He was going to get the money on the back end, and his wife is the richest model in the world. The money was not a factor.
That's why Aaron Rodgers is a loser.
Aaron Rodgers' wife is an actress.
But I can't expect, because Tom Brady's the only quarterback to ever do that. That's why he has those 7 Super Bowls. No one else has that. You can't expect anyone to be as crazy as him. It's like expecting people to be as committed as Kobe or Jordan. No, not everyone has that in them because they don't care. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's a job.
But I feel like even like I always thought that Aaron Rodgers was more like the way we look at LeBron. You know, like Tom Brady was more of the Jordan and Kobe ilk, the people who are just insanely obsessed with like winning, you know, like the psycho people that just put that before anything. And Tom Brady, I mean, but maybe Aaron Rodgers I guess I've learned more about him in the past year than I ever knew before, because I ain't know nothing about his personal life or nothing.
He's not, bro.
He's not close because LeBron care about winning. I mean, also LeBron don't take pay cuts, but LeBron, you know, do like a year. You know what I'm saying? He
takes short deals.
Yeah,
LeBron
he does
short actually deals. Take pay cuts. He didn't have a max on the Heat, I think.
Right. But that's because they couldn't pay everybody max.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a different. You can't expect everybody to be like that.
That's fair. Yeah.
He only got. Look, you gonna take a pay cut at your job, Eli?
No, I'm not.
Right,
I'm not.
As simple as that. That's literally it, bro.
No. The difference between my job, the difference between what I would be doing and what he's doing. At the end of the day, these guys play a game. They play a game. Yeah. So I guess there's two ways to think about it. Some people play the game to win. Some people think of it as a game, and this is just a game, and I'm gonna get paid as much as I can to play this game. So I think
there's a third way in the middle. You can win and also because this is gonna stop one day. I want as much money as I can. Tom Brady's already set because he had the 3 Super Bowls before he even started making the big money. He had all those commercials. He had the endorsements, and he also has Giselle. He's set. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is broke and he needs the $20 million.
Aaron Rodgers has been in the league for like 10 years. He's set.
But that's $200 M, and then we don't even know if that's the contract. They said that was fake. So
he said that was fake, but he also said he was immunized, so he can't.
I don't know, bro. Like who did they get that information from? It had to be from someone that knows what they're talking about.
That's not true. Because I mean, if the man himself said it, why would he lie about that?
Why would he lie about that?
Aaron Rodgers? Why would he lie?
Never mind.
He wouldn't lie about me.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah, you walked into that one.
The same man that lied. It said that he, bro.
Yeah. All right, well, enough about Aaron Rodgers. I don't care no more.
All right, let's move on to my squad. All right, the Washington Commanders got a new quarterback.
Look how that sounds.
He used to play for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts.
The Wentz wagon.
We traded away 2 third-round picks in a second round. I think a third and a second for Carson Wentz. And they gave us a second.
No, a third. So. It's 2 thirds, and I think one of the thirds can turn into a second. Yeah, and then y'all get Carson Wentz and a second back.
Yeah,
it's not a terrible trade.
He has to play 75%.
70% is what I read.
Bro, he the only that's the second year in a row he's had a trade like that. That sucks.
He sucks.
I don't know why I made this trade.
But that's to the point I was making earlier. That's why a trade like this makes sense, because with people like Russell Wilson leaving the NFC is so washed that like he like a top 5 quarterback in the NFC.
We easily have the second best quarterback in the division. So
easy.
He got benched for my boy.
Wentz is better than Hurts. Wentz is better than Hurts.
He's under what metric?
To be honest, just like you said earlier, first is Dak. Everybody else a wash. Jalen Hurts, Danny Dimes, and Wentz.
Don't do that. No, Hurts is better than Danny Dimes, bro.
Yeah, Wentz and Hurts.
Come on.
Not by much.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, you out.
All right.
Come on, bro.
I mean, look, Wentz is better than Heineke. We get another year of Heineke, we get 6-7 wins. At least with Carson Wentz, we win 2, maybe 1 or 2 more games with Carson Wentz, especially with a third place schedule. Bro, it's better than what we were last year, bro. It steps in the right direction. I'm tired of us being bad.
I don't think that it steps in the right direction, because let me look at a team like the Bengals. They sucked for years after Andy Dalton, and then they drafted Joe Burrow, and now they're good again. You build through the draft. You don't just get a stopgap quarterback like Carson Wentz. Because even if you draft a quarterback, I got a lot of Commanders friends, and it was like, yeah, we can still take one of the quarterbacks in the draft, and I was like, and have Carson Wentz be his vet. Like I don't get it.
I mean, look, our roster is too good for us to get a top 5 pick. So even with a bad quarterback, we're going to win about 6 or 7 games, which is going to be about 10 to 12, 13. We're not going to get an upper echelon quarterback anyway.
So do you think y'all roster is better than the Colts roster?
No,
it's comparable.
No,
I think it's comparable.
It's comparable. It's not better. I wouldn't say it's definitively better. Their defense is better than ours right now.
They have the best offensive line. They have the best offensive line in the game of football. They had the MVP running back last year. Come on.
But I think Washington has better receivers though.
We have better weapons around them. Outside of running back, we have better receivers
and
better tight end.
And Gibson's a pretty good running back.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor was the best running back last year, and they still managed to make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's the thing. They only won 9 games last year, and y'all who's
going to be their quarterback now? If Carson Wentz couldn't take him, who's going to take him? They're not going to get anybody better than Carson Wentz.
We're not worried about the coach.
Yeah,
I'm saying to his point, because he was saying that they're. Clearly, Swaty thinks the roster is better than ours.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna have probably the same record as them they had last year, and whatever quarterback they get, it's not gonna be better than Carson, so they're gonna have a worse record.
If y'all win 9 games, that's how many games the Eagles won. That's y'all gonna be where the Eagles were. Like I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't do anything. Like I guess that makes y'all make the playoffs.
I'm not saying this is some life-changing trade. I mean, I'm saying I'm trying to look at this. I'm trying my hardest to look at the positive in this trade. He's better than Heineke. That's the only thing I can think about.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm not happy. But it's like we tried to get Russ. It's not like we didn't. It's not like we settled on Carson. Like we tried to get Russ. They wouldn't trade him to the NFC. Who else could we get?
Right.
No, I mean, there was not a lot of options out there.
I think the problem with Carson Wentz happens with it's not just his play too. They say it's his demeanor, like the way he acts towards other players. Like just today, like another article dropped about how he was mad that the team was being successful after he got injured. He was complaining to the other injured players.
Hater.
That's what I was going to say, bro. He was complaining
to one of the other injured players about how how you know what I'm saying? And then they said one of the other players, they wouldn't name the players, but they said one of the other players tried to like basically attack him because he was saying that, and the other injured players had to like break it up because like they're like, yo, chill. But like, so basically he's just like a selfish person. He's hard to coach. And I mean, I guess that's why they didn't want him anymore. But also, I will say this for y'all though. I don't think that the fact that the Colts got off him so quick necessarily means that he's that bad, because the Colts have literally gotten off of everybody the past like 5 years. So I don't know if that, you know what I'm saying? The Colts have had 5 quarterbacks in the last 5 years.
I mean, when you had Peyton Manning and then Andrew
Phillip Rivers retired, Andrew Luck retired. Peyton Manning retired. Well, he left.
When you have Peyton Manning and then Andrew Luck, it's hard to get somebody to replace
5 years ago.
Okay, they had Jacoby Brissett.
They had Brissett, and then they had who they had? They had somebody else.
Phillip Rivers.
And then Andrew Luck. I mean, no, Carson Wentz.
No, it's somebody. Yeah, Carson Wentz. Yeah. I mean,
There's only been 3 people.
What's good about that? You would be looking for a better quarterback if that was your lineup too.
Yeah, but
they tried Phillip Rivers. It didn't work. He retired. He was too old. They tried Carson Wentz. It didn't work. He couldn't get him to the playoffs with that really good roster.
How didn't it? They don't have any alternatives. I don't understand why you get rid of your quarterback. Why you get rid of your quarterback with no alternatives now?
Clearly, they have an alternative because they would rather go fishing than work with him. is what I'm seeing from this.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily.
But to Elijah's point, who are you going to get though? Yeah, who are you going to get? Because we don't know what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson, and then everybody else is either on par with Carson Wentz or worse.
Doesn't that make my point even stronger? They would rather go out into the wilderness and don't know who their quarterback is next year than try another year with Carson Wentz.
But you're making the assumption. You're making the assumption that like they're doing that because you're making the assumption that that's a good choice. Like we don't know if that's a good choice. They could be making a grave miscalculation. Carson Wentz probably could have done much better.
Yeah, we're on the same page. But what I'm saying is they still chose that route. Is what I'm saying. They would rather take that miscalculation than have Carson Wentz on the roster again.
I agree. Right. It doesn't look good on Carson Wentz's part, right? It doesn't look good on his part. But to Elijah's point, we don't know. We don't know how he's going to play in Washington. We don't know that.
We don't. But from what we have seen, we can make a
good assumption. Yeah, we can make a good assumption. He's going to be pretty mid.
I mean, you know what you're going to get from Carson Wentz. When he plays good, he's playing really good. But when he plays bad, it is terrible. I mean, he's gonna fight for the extra yard, even if it means hurting himself. He's gonna try to do too much on the sticks. Like I mean, I don't know if you know what you in for, Ethan, but it's gonna be a lot. You're gonna be stressed. I'm telling you.
The last time I really sat down and watched Carson Wentz was his MVP season. I haven't really sat down and watched him since.
Let me tell you what you're in for. every game, he gonna have you close in the game, a little close in the game, and then he's gonna do something insane. He's gonna do something insane that's gonna make you lose the game, or he's gonna do something insane and you're gonna win the game dramatically. It's no just regular games.
No in between.
I'm hoping maybe he can reel it in. I don't know. I don't think so.
He's like 30 now, bro. Like,
he don't have it in him. He don't have it in him, bro.
Hopefully he can reel it in. I don't know.
One of the things I also don't like about the trade, or just getting Carson Wentz in general, is it's like a Russ situation. Russ of the NBA. It's like, yeah, he's good, but is he good for that money? He's getting his salary
25 million, right?
Yeah, 26 million. He's guaranteed. You had to give up picks for him, and he's
crazy.
I asked my friends. I was like, wouldn't y'all rather sign a free agent like Mitch Trubisky? And I know Mitch Trubisky is not good. The last time we've seen him,
you can get him for the low.
And you don't have to give up picks for him. If you wanted a stopgap quarterback, Mitch Trubisky's still young. He's probably like, what, 26, 27, 28? You could give him another chance because he was with Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy's trash, bro. He got fired. Like, he couldn't even work with Justin Fields.
But Matt Nagy's trash, bro. It's hilarious.
I think, but I think the problem with us is like Ron Rivera is our coach / GM, which obviously as a head coach, you're going to try to get the quarterback that can help you win now. But as a GM, you're supposed to be thinking long term. So Washington was just trying to get an upgrade from Heineke. Getting Trubisky isn't necessarily an upgrade. Yeah. Now, I think you're right. I think we should have maybe gotten with a lower tier quarterback that can really be a stopgap quarterback and try to make a big splash next year. Maybe if Deshaun Watson's situation smooths out, I don't know what's going on with him. But maybe we can get a big name at quarterback next year. But I mean, I think right now they just wanted an improvement, someone that can help Ron win now. Which I don't know. It's looking like a 8-9 game win season.
Man, Philly twice a year.
But
I mean, I don't know, bro. I hope we can win more than maybe 9-10. That would be great, but I'm looking at 8 or 9, bro. Honestly,
bro, sometimes you just gotta hope for the full rebuild and bottom out. That's what, like it's a good quarterback draft next year. Like that's why I would just Tyler Heineke running back. Like I want to lose.
Yeah.
Bro.
I mean, they also changed their brand too. So I can understand trying to get somewhat notable quarterback and trying to like sell tickets. Just mix something up to make it interesting. Because Carson Wentz is definitely interesting. He's definitely interesting to say the least. Oh man, this is gonna be a fun. Yo, this is gonna be a fun next. I can't wait.
Yo, man, I hate
I'm
this
gonna
man,
watch
bro.
every Commanders game. I'm gonna watch every Commanders game.
He gonna be in the stadium with the Carson Wentz jersey on.
I can't wait, cause Ethan gonna be stressed, boy. You gonna know how I was feeling.
I'm probably gonna feel like how I felt this year. This last year ain't nothing gonna change.
He a bigger Heineke.
He's a bigger Heineke, for real, with a bigger arm. That's it.
I mean, honestly, the upgrade about this is that Heineke as a backup. I feel like Heineke coming in as a backup is OC.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like how some players like when they come in as a backup they become OC. I feel like if
he's Jamal Crawford.
He's gonna come in off the bench and go crazy.
Now I hope Washington is still thinking about drafting a quarterback. I hope they don't try to change their mind and try to get a skill position, because no, we still need a quarterback. Okay,
what pick do y'all have?
We didn't solve anything, huh?
What pick do y'all have?
11.
The idea
so it's looking like Kenny Pickett.
The idea that y'all literally do exactly what Philly did, and that completely destroyed Carson Wentz psyche, and then try to do that again is insane. At a higher pick, insane to me.
But the difference between us and y'all is y'all drafted him. He was supposed to be
that was your franchise quarterback.
We just signed him for a year. He's a 1-year quarterback.
And do you think that changes his? You think he's thinking about it like that? I don't think he's thinking about it.
I think he's thinking about it like that, bro.
You better hope so, because
y'all drafted him. Y'all drafted him, and he was an MVP candidate for y'all. And y'all drafted somebody. Y'all drafted somebody in the second round for him.
I understand.
We're still looking for a quarterback.
I understand how it's different, but I'm not playing the position. If this happens again to him, I can see him going down a bad. I don't know.
Then he gonna get benched. It's simple. And we not signing him again. You want to throw a fit about it? We gonna play Heineke. It is what it is.
Man, I'm gonna pray for Carson Wentz, boy.
Pray for the command. We need to pray for the.
Buddy going through it, bro.
Nah, pray for Commanders fans. We going through it.
Oh no, I never do that.
That's your show?
Yes, it is the show.
Oh snap! You cried yet?
Have
you been crying?
No, I haven't been crying, bro. They've been making fun of me all day about the Carson Wentz trade.
Oh man,
it's
how come you?
Trade,
hey, you know what's funny? He had the little Russell Wilson jersey on with the Broncos jersey, but he had the Carson Wentz with the Commanders jersey on. Ethan, they had the image with the Carson.
Oh yeah. He ain't want to do that edit.
He's not ready for it yet. He's not ready for it. Oh man.
Hey, I hope I'm wrong, Ethan. Maybe he'll be good. I doubt it, but maybe.
Yeah.
You said maybe.
I hope y'all not good. All right, let's move on.
I just look at it like this, bro. The Colts was Super Bowl contenders. People was talking about them going all the way. And then he fumbled the bag in week 18 and couldn't beat the Jags.
Your entire fandom will split. Will go to civil war over that man, whether he's good or not. He killed the Eagles fandom with the Civil War. Make sure your backup isn't as good as him. Because if your backup's as good as him, it's over.
Yeah. I think he's gonna win the job.
Oh my gosh!
In training camp.
Y'all should have traded for Gardner Minshew.
Y'all are ridiculous, bro.
Gardner, they should have did that. Gardner Minshew.
Y'all be sleeping on.
Could have got him for a fourth. Could have got him for a fourth rounder.
They have a quarterback competition between him and Heineke.
Yeah, he a gamer. Bruh, y'all would have won at least one more game.
Watch this bad, man.
Yeah, y'all need a GM.
We over here talking about trading for Gardner Minshew.
Hey man, Eagles got him. All right, enough about Carson Wentz and the Commanders. Let's move on.
Should have Russ.
Let's talk about good football.
Oh nah, this ain't no good football. Calvin Ridley suspended for gambling, and he got his suspension is going to span over the entire 2022 season. What did you guys think about this news? I mean, he's betting on the Falcons during some time where he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
No, around in the month of November. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
You can't do that, bro. You gotta go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure they tell you're not allowed to gamble, right?
That's common knowledge. I don't even have to tell you. You can't bet.
I mean, but some people don't put 2 and 2 together. Some people don't put 2 and 2 together. But like, especially if they told him, he definitely deserved to get suspended.
Bro, I'm pretty sure somebody told him, bro.
Now, do y'all think the whole season is a kind of harsh punishment for gambling?
Probably,
yeah.
But
I mean, I think so. I don't think it's. I don't think it's that. I want to say I don't think it's that harsh, but I think it's just a super slippery slope.
Yeah,
like that for the NFL to try to figure out how many games will take to make it deter certain people. The whole season. Like, you can't be like 4 games, 6 games, 8 games. Like, the whole season, because players need to know. Like, you can't have imagine if a quarterback start doing this or like, it's just a slippery slope.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Even like a left guard,
a left tackle. He just start moving aside. Yeah. It's just a bad look. Or Ridley could have told somebody on the other team to do this or pay out. It's just a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope.
But
so you gotta punish harshly.
It's not even it is kind of a slippery slope already, because all you had to do was just tell your mans to put the bet in. If you really wanted to bet that badly, just, hey, bro, can you make an account? I want to play some bets. Like, the year is for stupidity, to be honest. You gotta go sit down for a year for being dumb.
He lost 11 million. 11 million off a $10,000 bet. He bet
not even 10,000. He put a stack, just 1,500.
Oh, 1,500. And he lost $11 million. That's the worst gambling. He the worst.
He might got a problem.
Oh, it's stupid.
Imagine going to Vegas and only taking out 1,500. And you lose $11 million.
Yeah,
what? We got to tell these players to stop betting on yourself, bro.
You not
leave it alone.
Bet that.
Leave it
not
alone.
That way.
Dennis Schroeder and Ridley. Who's worse?
No, huh? Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, Dennis Schroeder betting on himself.
You got chill.
Who lost burst and betting on himself?
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder.
Probably Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, Dennis Schroeder. Low key.
Oh my God. Like 80 million.
Yeah, it was 80 million, right?
I think it was like 80, 5 for 90.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It was like 4 for 80 something, and then he signed like a $5 million 1 year contract with the Celtics.
And that's the thing about the NFL. It's like you gotta worry about, after a team suspend you for a season, you gotta worry about teams wanting to pick you back up. Cause now they done seen that you ain't played for a year. They you're in the league's bad graces. Like, I don't know.
If Atlanta's deterred from Calvin Ridley, he is welcome in Washington.
Yeah,
that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing.
Josh Gordon just re-signed with the Chiefs.
Let Calvin Ridley go if you want.
That's
fair. Let him go if you want.
Run a 4-4, you got a job.
Let him go if you want. Somebody gonna sign him.
They just gonna take his phone and delete FanDuel. He'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. You can never get that 11 mil back. They never signed him. He never getting that type of money again.
Nah.
So if he come out with a monster year,
so next year the 11 million will be not his, but his contract is just delayed a year, so he's not getting paid this year.
I thought he loses that contract.
He can, let's say he comes back next year, he gets reinstated and they cut him type something. You know what I'm saying?
They might do that.
I don't think they're gonna cut him over that.
Cut him, bro.
It's not like he did nothing. Like, I think the suspension is more to deter everybody. Yeah, I think the suspension is more to deter other people from doing that.
You gotta
it's
be
not really on him.
Yeah, he got caught.
Red-handed. Like, is this your account right here, sir? Like,
nah, but
are you the real Calvin Ridley?
I feel like the league, putting out the fact that he was cooperative. They do that for a reason, just to say that, like, you know what I'm saying, he's been like, it's a positive. Yeah, it's like they don't have to come out and say that he's been cooperative. They do that to say, all right, like, you know what I'm saying, he's handling this maturely type. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think it's a good message for him.
we gonna move on to the NBA. We're gonna talk about the Sixers and the Nets. Boy. All right, one team is ascending and the other team is plummeting. The Brooklyn Nets, they won their first game after like a losing streak when Kyrie just dropped 50 against the Hornets, one of the worst, defensive teams in the league. But we gonna leave that alone.
15. He did a different type of 50. That's not no regular 50.
15 and 19 shooting. 15 19 shooting. 9 threes.
That's insane.
Yeah. Kyrie's a monster.
That's insane.
But we have on the other side the Sixers with James Harden and Embiid, and James Harden looks like how he looked last year when he arrived in Brooklyn. Looks like he's full of life and enjoys playing basketball. He took off the fat suit. You know what I'm saying? He's in shape now. What do y'all think about these teams? What do y'all think about these teams? Man?
Philly is tough. Philly is tough. I actually watched like 2 of their games. I've watched the first game they played together. Who they play first? I forgot who they played. But I watched 2 of their games. They look nice. That pick and roll is crazy. There's literally nothing you can do to guard it. James Harden is a natural facilitator. He like his guard game is insane. Like I think like, you know what I'm saying? I just like the game. I like how Maxey fits in. Like James Harden is able to get so many people involved, and he's still like kind of second fiddle to Embiid, but like now it's like they finally had that. They have a guard that's gonna shoot the ball. They have a point guard that's gonna shoot. So it's just insane for them. Like I don't know, y'all. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think y'all was right about the Ben Simmons. For me, I gotta see how Ben Simmons look with Brooklyn. But right now, I'm gonna say that like they're wild for trading. They're wild for trading for James Harden.
You know what's so crazy? Because when we did the trade, that's when everybody was like, "Well, Elijah, you might have been right about that James Harden to Ben Simmons trade. You might have been right." But now that Ben Simmons ain't playing,
you can't call it. I still can't call it yet because what James the thing about Ben Simmons is the fact that he doesn't shoot. It won't take that much of an adjustment for his game to fit into what the Nets do. He plays defense and he facilitates. That stuff you don't need to. I think it'll be easier for him to get back into the game than people think. It's not like he's a shooter or anything like that. He plays defense, which is just effort and getting back to physical shape. So it's gonna take a few games for him to get back into that, and he passes. So I still think it could end up being equal. But looking at James Harden and Embiid, it looks like a match made in heaven.
All right. Okay. What do you think, Swaty?
Yeah, he tough. I mean, they cool or whatever. But yeah, I mean, we tried to, cause I don't really care about them, bro. They gonna fold in the playoffs, bro. Like,
you think so? You don't think
the Sixers?
You don't think the Sixers have a chance to?
They already got enough. They already made Tobias Harris the other scapegoat. Like Philly fans and NBA fans, they just gotta have a scapegoat and escape exit plan. Like it's never anyone's fault. Like they already Tobias Harris. I mean, I'm with y'all. I feel it, but why y'all voicing that opinion? You have James Harden and Joel Embiid. I shouldn't be hearing about Tobias Harris. I get he's getting paid maximum money, but it's like, what is he supposed to do? There's not enough shots to go around. Like
it's like every team want all 5 of their starters to be superstars.
Tough.
Like like always be elite at all times. It's like, bro, you gotta be. But that's just Philly fans. You know what you're gonna get when you move when you go to Philadelphia.
They'll be fine once the playoffs start. Tobias Harris, they're gonna have they're gonna have 4 players that can put up at least about 20 points a game.
20.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be fine.
And then they got Thibault playing defense. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think in a series, I think it'd be hard to beat them. In a series. Yep. I mean, that's the thing though. I think a series is about adjustments though. I don't know how
Doc Rivers.
I don't know. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the only thing that kind of worries me about them is coaching. And I don't know how Joel Embiid and James Harden IQ is to be able to make series adjustments. So that kind of worries me, but like just off pure talent and the potential of all the players on their team, they definitely have a contender in the East. I think I can see them winning the title this year.
A title. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I can see them. I can see them maybe like beating Milwaukee is the team I'm scared.
Milwaukee's tough.
And then Oladipo's back on the Heat. I don't know, man. The Heat.
You know who I got?
Good.
Stop it.
You got the
Bulls?
Celtics.
I knew it. I knew it was going to be some BS.
That's not BS. I am a Lakers fan. I would throw up in my mouth right now, bro. I hate the Celtics, but they look nice. Jason Tatum is finally he's getting out of that I'm Kobe thing because there's only one Kobe. There's only one person who could take those difficult mid-range shots, bro. Do you, bro? Take threes, drive to the basket, get fouls, contact, like take open mid-range jump shots. But it's like, I think their game's coming along. But the Sixers might play Brooklyn in the first round.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm there for that. Yep.
Because the Sixers are second, and what are the Brooklyn is 8th, so they got to play the 7th game. So if they win the 7th game, they 7th.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I can see KD knowing that and like being like
going for 60 every night.
He gonna destroy KD. He gonna destroy James Harden.
Yeah, I feel like KD want to destroy James Harden. Like I feel like because they said they had to ask him to go. They had to ask him he was like, let him go. If he want to go, let him go. I think he's gonna try to destroy James Harden.
Yeah. He gonna destroy him.
So
Kyrie,
I mean,
some more of those 50-point games of 20 shots.
When he play.
You already know Joel gonna be talking crazy to Ben Simmons on the court, bro.
That series is must see. That's must see.
Yeah, Adam Silver has to rig this. I have to see it, bro.
It's must see, bro.
Because you know the first round be boring, bro. You know the first round be boring.
But that first game in Philly,
You're not even
playoff atmosphere. No. I'm talking about playoffs.
Oh my
He gonna play. He gonna play in the playoffs. They gonna need him.
Yeah,
that's gonna be crazy.
If this happens, I have to watch every game. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm watching every game.
You gotta at least watch the Philly games because Kyrie gonna be able to play too.
Come on, man. And I hope, I think it's gonna be a crazy series because they both got a squad. I mean, top down, both teams are. You know what I'm saying? Both teams are legit top down. I think it's gonna be a series.
Right.
Yeah. And both of their coaches got question marks. So I think it's definitely gonna be a series.
Ain't no question. For different reasons. Suck.
For different reasons.
Ain't no question. Suck. Both of their coaches suck. Say it.
I didn't want to say
he the 3-1 king. He the 3-1 king.
Say Doc Rivers sucks.
Doc is what? He does.
He the 3-1 king, bro.
I didn't want to say Doc sucks.
KG, Rajon Rondo made him. Without Rondo, he should send him a Christmas gift every year.
Rondo.
Yeah, because he was the coach, bro. On that Celtics team, without Rondo, that Celtics team wasn't winning that championship.
Bro, you wildin', bro. You wildin'.
Bro, I've been watching basketball, bro. Without Rondo, you can't just put KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen together. That wouldn't work. Rondo was the glue.
Right. That's true. That's fair. They had a squad. Yeah, and they had a floor. They had a floor general.
Nowhere without a true point guard. Yeah,
right.
This is his chance. This is his chance to win that second ring.
Oh no, he gonna fumble that.
Nah, he will. He probably will. I got the Bucks being better than them.
I think I do too. I get the Bucks the edge, but just top down, man. Like if they lose, it has to be coaching because they have a better team than they. I mean, it's Giannis. Like
yes, they have a better
team. If the Bucks
team
beat them, Giannis is a generational. If the Bucks beat them, Giannis is Kareem, bro. Like, bro, he is unstoppable.
Well,
he's unstoppable. He is unstoppable. It's like, bro,
I don't know, bro.
But just the idea of Giannis taking down Joel Embiid and James Harden, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. So
if honestly,
and he do got James Harden smoke too. So I mean,
that's true.
Wait, let me see.
James Harden might be the most hated dude in the league, bro.
For real though.
Yeah.
Who like him?
So it's Rudy Gobert for sure.
So if Philly beats the Nets, they'll have to go against Milwaukee second in the second round, right? If they lose to the Bucks, this is going to look bad for a lot of players. Not only just for Doc Rivers, it's going to look bad for James Harden. It's going to look bad. It's going to start looking bad on Embiid because he's never been in the conference. He's never been in the conference championship.
I don't think it'll look that bad. Honestly,
it's going. Trust me, they're going to start. He's too good of a player to not make it to a conference championship yet. And he's been there multiple times, bro.
I ain't gonna dog him yet, but
yeah, Giannis and
it's something to look at,
bro. I feel like they'll talk about Giannis more than they'll crap on the Sixers.
No, I'm not saying they're gonna start dogging him. I'm saying it's gonna be something to look at. It's gonna be like it's something to look at there, though.
I mean, he came to them at the towards the end of the season. I think they'll have some excuses built in. You know what I mean? I think maybe excuses,
bro.
Yeah, but
and a lot of people are saying that the Sixers are contenders to win the title.
Yeah,
come on, no excuses, bro.
Bro, but just the Nets were contenders to win the title, but when the playoffs came around, James Harden got injured, Kyrie got injured.
But those are real excuses. That's real excuse. If they just lose, that's not really real excuses.
James Harden came to the team 3 weeks ago.
But you guys are already saying they're championship contenders.
I get what you're trying to say, but you've seen them play. You just said they were champions.
Yeah, they look incredible.
So that's what I'm saying. So you can't use the play on the court as an excuse because you've seen them play and it looks good.
I just know how sports narratives work, though. I know how sports narratives work, and that's gonna be their. If they lose, that's gonna be their cushion. That he came towards the end of the. I just know how it goes. I mean, but they shouldn't lose.
I said, I ain't gonna kick Embiid back in yet. I mean, he cool. Jokic been further, but I mean, I'm not in the game of comparing centers. Like, this is a different game. Like,
Embiid and them lost by the craziest shot in NBA history. The Kawhi.
Yeah, the Kawhi joint.
Yeah, it's like, you know, that's how close they've been to being to their the Eastern Conference. That was the Eastern Conference final, right? No, they were gonna go to the Eastern Conference final. I think that was a chance for them. They had to go to the finals that year too. I don't think they would have beat the Warriors, but I mean that's a conference. That's all hypotheticals. Right. We'll never know.
Right. All right, let's move on to America's favorite team. Everybody loves talking about them. The Los Angeles Lakers. All right. Got Russell Westbrook right there. LeBron. Street clothes. We love them, man. Do the Lakers still have a chance of making the playoffs? Right now, they're sitting at they're sitting in a play-in spot. All right, they're sitting at the 9th spot right after the Clippers, and their record is 28-36.
It's over.
Absolute buns.
They still have a chance to make the playoffs. They're gonna get whooped in the first round, but
they might get swept. They might
get 7 and 8 play each other, and 9 and 10 play each other.
And then 9-10 plays the loser of the 7-8.
And honestly, bro,
we can
lose, bro.
It depends.
We can lose. We can lose.
If y'all play the Clippers second, there's no way y'all going to the playoffs. If y'all might be able to beat the Timberwolves.
I don't know.
Nah, look.
There's no way y'all beat
carried away. We getting a little carried away. AD will be back by the play-in game.
I don't care.
LeBron, it's a play. No. Don't do that. Because when AD came back, he was hooping. When he's not hurt, when he came back the first, no.
What happened right after? What happened right after?
I feel like the Clippers got y'all numbered, bro. I think it's one of those situations where the Clippers just beat y'all, bro. There's no way y'all beating the Clippers.
I think. Listen. AD's gonna come back for the play-in game, right? We hope.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
LeBron is in a play-in game. If it's one game, life or death, I'm taking LeBron. He's gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, he gonna score.
Come on, let's not get disrespectful. Let's.
You're right. It's
first round, we will get smacked by the Suns. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I think we could beat the Pelicans in a one game, and I think we could beat either Minnesota or the Clippers in one game. It's 2 games, 2 nights. Like if LeBron can't do that, or if LeBron and AD can't do that, we got bigger problems.
Even if he can't do that, I mean, bro, he old, bro. Look.
I understand that, but we only need him for one night.
LeBron should not
2 nights.
LeBron should not have to carry these people on his back no more. Bro.
No, he does. He does because he did this.
But he also brought a young phenom onto his team, and he's just street clothes.
He's not a phenom. No.
He's a young phenom. No, he's a young phenom.
So
he's a young phenom.
You said he brought him to the team, right? And he also brought Russell Westbrook to the team. So whose fault is this?
Okay, but if he never got AD, y'all wouldn't have had a chip.
You're right. But we can all sit here and acknowledge that AD has always been injury prone, right? Or prone to missing games. So he knew that going in when he traded for him. Because I'm going to say he traded for him because he wanted him. That was set in motion as soon as he probably came to LA.
I mean, I also said
he set the Westbrook trade into motion. If we had DeRozan and Caruso right now, I don't think we talking about this.
Yeah. Oh my God. Easy. Yeah, that's a squad. The way DeRozan playing right now, that's insane.
Oh, you coming around, huh? He's coming around DeRozan now, huh?
The trash,
bro.
Man,
at least I be having reasons hating my guy. Why you hate DeRozan, bro?
The more I hear it, the less
I bet you love that commercial, bro.
When Drake said that, I was like, yes. The more I hear it, the less I like it. No. I mean, I've gotten around. That was years ago, man. That was when he was on the Raptors, and every year they would have the best record in the league and lose. I was like, he sucks. He's a regular season player. That was always my thing with DeMar DeRozan. Because every year when they got to the playoffs, I knew Braun was gonna beat them. And I was right. But that's a different topic. We on something else. The Lakers have no chance. I mean, I think they have a chance, but very slim chance to go to the playoffs.
Of making the playoffs or winning in the playoffs?
No. Oh, they have no chance of winning in the playoffs. They have slim chances to make the playoffs. I honestly I really don't think the Lakers have a hard enough time winning 2 regular season games in a row. It's hard for me to think that they're gonna win 2 play-in games, bro. It's just hard. Just watching them throughout the season, there's nothing to indicate that they can win games when they want to. Nothing. Yep. There's been nothing that proves that to me.
Right. They winning right now. What are you talking about? Beating the Rockets, boy.
They up like 16. The game just started.
So
they beating up on the Rockets.
The game just started. They probably barely.
They beating up on the Rockets.
The season turned around today. What are you talking about?
They up 4. It's 18-14.
Yeah.
What? Sorry. So where does Russ go from here? You know, this. I think this is what is this last year on his contract?
Oh, Russ, you said the last year.
Yeah.
This not his last year. He got one more year.
Oh, that's actually sad. All right. What happens to Russ after his contract is up?
You said,
if I think he can do the Melo thing, but the thing is, Melo can shoot.
He can't.
I don't know.
He can't.
Yeah, he can't shoot. I think he can go on a team with young. Because I think Russ is a good team guy. I definitely think Russ is a good team guy. I think. You don't think so? No. I think Russ is a good team guy.
He has no accountability. That's the number one thing of being a teammate. Like,
I think he just says what he says in front of the media, but I think all his teammates have always said he's a good teammate. He's like
all his teammates have left him. What are you talking about?
Oh my god!
Paul George left him in the middle of the night. We woke up the next morning.
Oh, that's not fair. Oh, you can't do that. No, you can't do that.
What do you mean that's not fair?
That's true. That's true. It was like midnight.
Paul George loved playing with Russ though. He used to always talk glowingly about Russ. Because I used to follow that team. I used to like watching them. Paul George loved playing with Russ.
Lying. Try.
Oh.
He's a liar.
No, listen.
You trust anything Paul George says?
That's true. Paul George be capped. Now that I think about it. But I think Paul George had an opportunity. He just felt like the Clippers were an opportunity for one, for him to go home, and then two, for him to win a championship. Because he just went to go play with Kawhi, who just was off the heels of taking a team to a championship. I think it was the more appealing option, but I don't think he left Russ because there was a problem. I think he just left Russ. You know what I mean? I don't think it's KD. That's a different thing. I think KD literally said that he wants to play beautiful basketball because he was tired of playing bad basketball. So he left because he didn't like Russ. I give you that.
James Harden and Russ.
Why he get traded
James
from the
Harden
Rockets?
left too. Yeah, they didn't like playing with each other.
Why he get traded from the Rockets? Why he get kicked out of that team?
But the reason why they said the reason why he left the Rockets was because he didn't like the way James Harden was. And you remember James Harden was the reason why Chris Paul left. So James Harden was from reports, James Harden was the difficult one in that. James Harden was kind of the diva in that situation. Like he was like James Harden had the Wizards. I mean, the Lakers wanted him.
I don't know. But why they getting up so easy? 4 teams, 4 years, bro. Come on, bro.
Bro, I mean, so you gonna say that about Chris Paul too? Chris Paul's a good leader. No. Chris Paul went to 3 different teams straight. Before he went to the Suns, he left the Rockets, went to the Thunder, and then went to the Phoenix. I mean, that's how the game go. When you're a veteran point guard, sometimes you get bounced around. That's how the game go. I'm saying.
I think he's a good teammate. I think he's a good teammate.
What you mean?
I don't think he's a great player on the court. He's probably not a good teammate, but I think in the locker room, he's a good teammate.
They both left Houston. For James Harden purposes. James Harden was like, get them out of here. He left the Thunder. He left the Thunder because I guess the Thunder management realized that he has a ceiling. I mean, they didn't have any other players and they wanted something new. I'm saying
that's not happening. The Thunder, he was traded there for picks and cap purposes. And then the Thunder management said they would work with him to find him a new home. They didn't really want him because they won too many games. They didn't want to win. He won them too many games. He led them to the playoffs. They didn't want that, so they wanted to get rid of him.
But that's what I'm saying. But we were talking about how he's a bad teammate. That doesn't show he's a bad teammate, though. I'm saying I'm saying
2 different situations, but
I just
because then he got traded to a team they wanted to get traded. Well, yeah. Well, I guess you're right.
Like, do you think the Lakers situation? He's been a bad teammate in the Lakers situation. I don't think he's been a bad teammate. I think
I'm not in the locker room.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the one thing you can probably count on is that he was making comments in the fourth quarter about sitting out. That's the one thing I'll say that was kind of bad teammate-ish because he was complaining about getting benched in the fourth quarter. But besides that, I haven't heard any like complaints or like, you know what I'm saying? If anything, they've been saying Bron been like, you see all these pictures of him trying to dap people up and everybody be turning to the side like, bro, you suck. I don't know if y'all saw that picture of him trying to dap up
LeBron.
No, I don't know if y'all saw the picture of him trying to dap up LeBron and AD, and then Melo, they're all sitting on the scores table trying to dap them up.
Yeah.
And they're all looking away from him. Yeah, so if anything, he's been trying to be.
But that's not them being bad teammates. It's them like holding you like, bruh. Be accountable. He's not accountable. Yeah, he's not accountable,
bro. That's wild, bro. That's wild.
Bro.
Your teammates, your teammates, you're trying to dap your teammates up, and they're not dapping you up. You're blaming that on Russ.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, it's on his play. Listen, it's on his play.
Bad teammates.
No. I'm not saying they're bad teammates.
One versus
no. Like, no. Look. It's because of his play. It's because of his play, but I don't think it's because of his locker room, personality.
Not locker room personality, but it can also be because of the comments that he makes to the media, how he acts towards the media, what he says to them, what he says to coaches. I mean, what if they don't like the way he reacts to the coaches? Wanted him traded. All the coaches, the whole coaching staff wanted him gone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I don't know. I'll argue that those
Vogel's the reason why he's still the starter.
Those three players have all been bad teammates, and I feel like I've heard less reports about Russ. I've heard more reports about all three of those people being bad teammates than Russ.
Bron not a bad teammate. That's
all right. He could be the greatest teammate in the world. He sucks. No, we want wins. I don't care how friendly you are.
But that's not, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. I'm just saying. I think with the topic started of could we see Russ going somewhere else? I think he could be a good vet.
No,
I think he could be a good vet. You don't think he could be a good vet?
Who is he gonna go to? His cap is $44 million, nearly $50 next year. Who is gonna? Okay, no contender is gonna take him.
Paid him that.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Thunder.
Look,
Thunder.
No young team's gonna want to take him because that's gonna ruin the chemistry that you're trying to build with your young backcourt. Like, why would the Rockets take him back? They got Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. You take him back, but you're gonna want pick return. You're gonna have to. We're selling him at that point. The Thunder not gonna want him back.
If it wasn't if there wasn't a contract issue, if the money wasn't a thing, you don't think he would be a good he'll be a good fit for somebody like a backup.
Did I have this conversation with y'all already?
The Hawks, no, but the Hawks. If he was a backup point guard for the Hawks,
I told my boy
surround him.
Was talking about it. He said it was a money problem, but I was like, okay, if it's a money problem, I feel it is a money problem, but
it is.
If Russell Westbrook was on a vet minimum, would you want him on your team?
If he agreed to take the listen.
You about to say some ifs? You about to say some ifs?
No, there are ifs. I think the same for Melo. For Melo, I would have said the same thing about Melo. No, if he decided he would be okay with coming off the bench. So if he was okay with coming off the bench, I would if I was the Hawks, I would take him as a backup point guard to Trae Young. I'll take him because they surround him with shooters. You surround him with shooters and let Russ do what Russ does. You surround him with shooters and he's a backup and you can take him out whenever you want. He understands that he's a backup. I think that Russ would be would be an asset to your team. I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
The Wizards went to the playoffs.
Okay. When he was starting. Okay, but let me tell you this. Remember when he was benched in the fourth quarter of some Lakers games? And he was like, man, I wish I could be out there to help y'all, man. But, coach not letting me in. Who says that?
Yeah, that's what I said. That was the bad teammate.
I compared him to this. He's the Cam Newton of the NBA. Would you want Cam Newton as your backup? He was a great quarterback. He was MVP. But the thing that got him to that level is what's also going to derail his career. Like your confidence, your cockiness, knowing that you're the best, pushing forward, like just being that guy. 30-something now. Athleticism not there. You're not making those hustle plays. You never did because you didn't have to. You had other teammates do that for you. Them backdoor cuts, you didn't have to. The ball was in your hands. You being on a vet minimum, that changes your whole play style. You cannot be the same guy you once was. And I don't know if that's going to fit him because it ain't fitting him now. And with Melo, at least Melo could shoot.
He's a shooter. He can shoot. Yeah, he's a shooter.
That's the difference between him. You put him on the court with the Hawks. You taking the ball out of Bogdan's hands. You taking the ball out of Gallinari's hands. You taking the ball out of Kevin Huerter's hands. In those backup minutes, those are the people who are your primary scorers and playmakers. That's why I don't see him on a team at all. Because you can't put him on one of those young teams. Because I just pay Huerter. I want Huerter to grow with the ball in his hands. I want Bogdan to grow with the ball in his hands. I don't need Westbrook coming in, even if he's the greatest teammate in the world, which I don't think he will be. Because as soon as things start going wrong, the media is going to start asking him questions, tough questions. Like, Russ, do you think there's anything you could have done differently if you was on the court? Already, he's going to say something dumb. Not dumb, but like he's going to
be a smart ass about it.
He is who he is. Yeah, you can't suck and be a smart ass.
Yeah.
It was cool when you was MVP level, making fun of Patrick Beverly. That was cool. Now Patrick Beverly,
he fool y'all.
Yeah, that's what Patrick Beverly saying that.
Yeah.
If Pat Bev is making fun of you, I don't want you on my team, bro. What? You are so you think the league right now, bro? Nah.
You think so? You think this is his last stint with the this is his last stint on the team?
It can't be.
He got another year on it.
He's still in the contract.
No, I'm saying after the Lakers. I don't think the Lakers are going to re-sign him. So after the Lakers, do you think that's his last team he plays for?
No, he won't. He'll play with a different team next year because the Lakers are going to trade him. Because they're going to attach picks. They have to because you got to get rid of him. They even said they will be working and looking for trade partners. But I just think it'll be really hard to find a trade partner that actually wants him. They want the picks that are associated with him.
The thing about me is that he's so bad at defense. How can you be an athletic guard and not play defense and be terrible at defense?
He might actually need context. I've been hearing this, but like he's not paying attention. I don't know what he's looking at. He's ball watching. He's doing something. I've seen people just backdoor cut. He's I don't know what he does.
He's terrible. I don't know what he's doing. He's a terrible defensive player. And it's so weird for somebody to be that athletic and that and then just be that bad at defense. He's really bad at defense.
At every level, on ball and off ball defense. It's terrible.
I feel like if he just chilled on the offensive side and just focused on defense, he could be an asset to the Lakers. But he is a really bad defensive player. There's no reason why he can't do what Caruso was able to do. He has the athletic ability. He just doesn't have the instincts defensively. It's crazy to me how bad of a defensive player he is. But
you want that as your backup point guard to let the other backup point guard score 20, and then he's gonna go on the other court and throw the ball all over the rim or over the backboard.
I like Russ. I like Russ because it look like he always giving his all. But it's just you're right. You're right. He's as he is right now. He's unplayable because it's not
unplayable.
He can't shoot. He can't shoot. He can't defend.
Can't shoot. And
he can't play make.
He won't do hustle plays like Caruso. So it's what do we? Yes, he has solid numbers. Yeah,
he can rebound.
I guess if I had a vet minimum guy scoring 16 points, 8 boards, 6 assists, whatever he's averaging, that's cool. But the extra stuff that comes with him, you're gonna let up those other points on the other end. Your ego might get the best of you. Not saying he's egotistical, but I mean, when you were that high, it's hard to bring you down. It took Melo how many teams? 3?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Melo was out the league. He's like, ain't nobody gonna sign me? No, because you're not understanding your role. You're not that guy anymore.
Yeah.
So maybe if that's what it takes, maybe he's out the league, but it's hard.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, the athletics just get away from some people, huh? And one minute you're at the top of the world. I mean, he already a Hall of Famer. He's done everything but win a title at this point.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer first ballot.
Yeah. He's done everything but win a title. So I mean, hopefully, I don't know. Yeah, ain't no hopefully. He's done. All right, let's move on.
All right. Moving on to the last segment of this episode. We got two young studs in the NBA. Somebody on this panel doesn't like this topic, because he thinks it's not close, or he doesn't think they're comparable. I'm sure you can take a guess who it is. But, we're gonna talk about Ja Morant versus Luka Doncic. Who would you rather start your franchise with?
Luka, next question.
Okay.
Yeah. This is an easy one. It's definitely Luka. Come on, it's Luka. Luka is.
What you got to say, Ethan?
Luka is.
I honestly thought that you guys were divided on this. That's why I put this on here. But everybody's going to say Luka. I thought I was going to say Luka.
Yeah. I mean, I actually saw Luka last week. Was it last week? Last week. Yo, Luka is unstoppable. He's unguarded. He can score whenever he wants. He scores whenever he wants to score the ball. I mean, and honestly, Ja's been that way this season too. I just think that it's impossible to even have this conversation unless Ja Morant does this one consistently and then two in the playoffs. Because I've seen Luka do this against a healthy Kawhi Leonard and a healthy Paul George, and I've seen him chase him around the tired. These dudes are drenched in sweat. They can't even score on the offensive end because they switching off trying to guard this one dude. Like I've seen him push them two to his limits and him put up 40-point triple doubles, 50-point like crazy numbers on two of the best defensive players in the NBA. And like they have I don't think Ja Morant. I honestly don't think if the Clippers at their apex when they were playing, I don't think Ja Morant putting up them numbers in a playoff game against them like that. I don't think so. Especially not in a series. In a 7-game series, I don't think he's averaging 40 on them. So I don't know. I don't even think this is really a conversation.
I don't know why it started as a conversation. I don't know who started it. I've had some friends say Ja Morant. Haven't talked to them since. That's the wildest stuff I ever heard.
I mean, you don't see any way that he could be on that level.
I can understand the appeal. I can understand the appeal of saying it because Ja Morant is the new hot guy. You know what I'm saying? He's very flashy. He's very you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's like the cool guy. He's very cool, like you know what I'm saying?
Electrifying.
The excitement that Ja Morant, the excitement that Ja Morant has is what Luka had when he came on the scene, really.
Nah, but not even
close.
Even yeah, it's not even close. Ja Morant is D Rose AI electric. You know what I'm saying? He is electric. So he puts the Luka numbers. He's putting up Luka numbers right now, but he's doing it in such a fashion that it's like amazing. But at the same time, he has a better squad. The Grizzlies are deep. The Grizzlies have a squad. They have a team on them, from top to bottom. All of their players are very skilled. They have very skilled players on their team.
They've been drafted well the last 3, 4, 5 years. Like you got Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane is hooping. Like I'm taking him over Tim Hardaway Jr.
He's a shooter. He's a shooter.
Is Dylan Brooks back?
I believe so. I think I'm not sure. I know when did he get hurt? But they got Brandon Clark
and having Steven Adams. Steven Adams, he does all the messy stuff that people don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? He grabs the boards. So it's like they have a well-oiled machine that like helps him. And I think Luka just he is more about feel. The game just comes so naturally to him. Is that like you know what I'm saying? It just comes so easy to him. Like I don't think it's really. You know what I'm saying? I do hope that Ja gets to that level and can show that he's that consistent. But you got to do this you can't just have a breakout season and you say you better than somebody that's done it since they've been in the league. Like,
right.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I think he's on his way though. I think he's on his way, but he's not Luka. He's not better than Luka.
He's shown flashes. He's shown flashes.
I think they both should be first team All NBA. Those two, Luka and Ja.
Absolutely.
At the guard
position. Yeah.
But I still think.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're the best guards in the league this year.
No, I was thinking about Curry, but Curry dropped off significantly. So yeah, you could.
You don't think DeMar?
You could put him at 4.
They might put him at the.
But he not gonna be.
He's a guard. He's a guard.
They might make him a wing. They might put him at the wing.
He's a guard.
Second.
Yes. Yeah.
But he's not playing better.
Straight.
Yeah, but he ain't better than Luka and Ja this season, bro. He's balling, and the Bulls are good too. But I don't. Am I alone? What?
Crazy. I mean, you just gotta look at the numbers.
Have you seen what Luka and Ja have done since 2022 hit?
But the Bulls.
Look up Ja Morant numbers. Look up Ja Morant numbers. I just want to see what DeMar DeRozan is.
DeMar is averaging 28, 5, and 5
on 51% shooting.
Okay, what's Luka averaging?
Luka
has better numbers than that. His team.
Luka has 28, 9, and basically 9 on 45% shooting.
Okay, and then look at Ja. Because they both have better records. They both have better records than the Bulls. Both those teams. That also counts.
Ja's averaging 27.5 points on 6 rebounds and 6 assists.
Yeah, so, I think
on 49.5% shooting.
DeMar's averaging 28.
They're gonna put it. Why do we even have this conversation? They're definitely gonna put him at forward. He's a forward. He's not a guard. Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine's the 2. Zach LaVine plays the 2. Yeah, Zach LaVine.
Lonzo Ball plays the 1. Yeah. Why are we?
Oh, okay. I thought he was.
He's competing with KD and somebody else.
Yeah, they have him listed as a forward. So
he's a forward.
He's still probably going to be all pro, first team all pro. So
you think he's gonna get it over?
It's probably gonna be him and Giannis. KD's been injured for a big chunk of the season, so it's probably gonna be DeMar, Giannis, and probably Embiid,
Jokic,
first team,
or Jokic, or Jokic. One of them.
Either way, that's what I'm saying. Honestly, I don't think it's a slight to be second team either. I mean, this is a very talented year. Like, you have people like Josh step up.
Putting up 50 is not even that impressive no more. In the stretch of like,
you got chill.
in the stretch of 2 weeks, like 6 players put up 50. Braun put up 50. Ja put up 50. Kyrie just put up 50.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum put up 50. Somebody else. Oh no. Joel Embiid put up like 48 like a few days ago. Like, bro, everybody's putting up 50 nowadays.
You just named like half the All NBA first team roster, boy. That's why they're gonna be on that list.
No, I understand that, but they did that all within they did that all in the same week. That's crazy. that's crazy.
Hey, business was booming.
That's crazy. 5 people put up 50. Like, that's crazy. In like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys.
That was a good episode. We was talking that talk. Oh gosh.
Here you go with this. All right. Thank you guys for listening to the Basement Bros Sports Podcast. Thank you guys for coming back with us. We're back. Happy to be back. We'll be back next week. Make sure. Yeah, sports is back. We got some good news. Free agency officially starts next week. We're gonna get some a lot of good news coming in within these next 2 weeks. I don't think so.
Bobby Wagner to the Eagles.
He might be going to Denver.
DK Metcalf for a first round pick. Punch it.
For a first rounder? You gonna trade a first rounder for DK? Okay. That's what y'all want to do?
Hey, they do have 3.
We have 3 of them, and we're probably gonna draft a receiver.
That's do it. Yeah.
Punch it.
That's what y'all want to do? That's
not a bad trade.
Nah, he drops too many passes for me.
I was about to say I really like DK. But we only got
one. You can definitely get a good receiver in the free agency, so you don't have to trade for anybody.
Nah, but I think we're gonna
get Allen Robinson. You can get Allen Robinson.
I think we're gonna try to get Bobby Wagner. So that's gonna take up some money. So we probably have to trade a pick for an offensive player. That's why I think it's gonna happen.
Oh, look at you with all your hope and dreams. Y'all ain't about to get nobody. Hey, what you talking about? 6-9 or 6-11.
Bro, we won 9 games last year. You think we winning less? Come on, bro.
Yes.
9 games. Hey, 12 games this year. Punch it. Write that down. Write that. Write that. 12
Wait.
games.
Nah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
12 games this year. So
you're not about to say 12. He wasn't about to say 12.
Jalen Hurts ain't never played with an offensive coordinator for 2 years. Since he been playing collegiate football, he ain't have the same offensive coordinator for 2 years. This be the first year he been in the same system twice.
Okay. That'll change things.
Good to know. Thank you for the fun stat.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna answer that in some trivia. Thank you. Jalen Hurts trivia.
How many offensive coordinators has Jalen Hurts had?
How long is it until he has stability?
Listen. This all I know is next season gonna hurt.
You said that, didn't you say that this year?
Yo.
And we went to the playoffs. We went to the playoffs.
Yeah, it hurt you. It hurt to watch that. It hurt to watch that Buccaneers and Eagles game. I was waiting for that joint to end.
Okay. Y'all,
please end it, bro.
All right, y'all. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys follow all the socials down below. Make sure you follow our YouTube channel, Nimbus Network Media. We will be back next week. So thank you guys for joining, and we'll be out.
All righty. Peace.